Crakk is the name of the new film that's coming out on February 23rd. And since we are half a dozen interviews in and we have done every Crakk pun possible, I'll take the straightforward route. I'll start the interview with you, Aditya, and without talking about anything in the film, but when I watched the trailer, 3 films came to my mind. And I'm not saying they're influences, but those are the 3 films I could relate to. First was Enter the Dragon, because of the entire game theme. The second, the vibe I felt was very similar to Death Race. And then I went back to Table Number 21, because of You Made That. So I don't know if those films were in the back of your head or not, but tell me how the inspiration for Crakk happened and how the genesis of that film entire began.
So you're completely right when you say that the genre of the film is the films that you're naming here. You know, that's the basic genre. Like when you make like I said, there are action films, there's thrillers, there's this. This is a genre of gaming action films, right? And it's an extreme sports action film. And I guess the idea came from. I actually don't remember when did the idea came into my mind.
14th of December.
No, which is relating around this whole thing called Meta.
Right.
Where people are doing these extreme sports and this madness and stuff like that. But I knew that I wanted to do something with the whole gaming thing because it was Table Number 21 back in my head. I'd just done that. It was new for its time for 2013 because these live games, Big Boss, all these things had not started back then at all. So I knew that now this is where the future is going. All the live gaming from Big Boss to Brother to a lot of
everything that is
live games. And I said that, and what if we bring in action to that? And then obviously we need an emotional arc of story. And that's why basically one thing led to another and I started seeing this world come together.
Extreme reality show, as we might want to call it,
Actually, so the seed kind of came from this whole everything going live on camera, phones, on everyone seeing each other's, wanting to be home. And I wrote the script during lockdown.
Okay.
Actually, because Commander 3 came in 2009. Actually, I guess after the next movie, it was lockdown.
Right.
So I guess it just gave me the 2 years where everything was happening online.
Online,
And it was, the world was accessible to you, but sitting at home.
Right.
And so why not? And a Dharavi boy, on Bowling Village Bar, a slum boy from India can actually go and compete wherever he wants as long as he has the skill.
Right.
And thus, then things started developing into one thing.
Talking to the person, the slum boy he was mentioning, you have one thing that is, of course, you've talked about the pressure of upping the ante every single time. You love it. You sort of
pressure, the desire.
You realize a challenger actually, but the part is that films have gone 2 ways in Indian action films in the last 10 years. They have gone either very heavy on the practical action side of it or very heavy on the CGI. There are 2 ways of going about it. We all know which side you sit on, which side you prefer because of the skills that you bring in. But how much time and planning does it go into this? Okay, I need to do something which hasn't been done before, A, by myself, B, somewhere else in the world as well, because I don't want people saying, ye to yahan se copy kiya hai, which is, in the age of social media, it's very easy to say that. कि ये तो ये कर रहा है, ये तो वो कर रहा है जो टोनी जा ने किया था 10 साल पहले या जैकी चैन ने किया था 20 साल पहले. But you have to bring in something new while realizing that the human body can only do so much. So how do you do that?
The right question.
Sorry.
Let's start with the Jackie Chan Tony Jaa one. We were yesterday promoting the movie and I was watching a girl perform on Nora's song. And everybody missed the fact that she's emulated Nora. Nora is like the number 1 dancer. Imagine being able to do what she's doing.
Right.
It's not just copying somebody, it's doing excellence. And that's when you reach excellence and then you surpass.
Exactly.
For me, that person was a winner already.
True.
So that's the
I get it. Yeah.
Part of it. Upping the game, like everybody in this room, like they don't want to be limited. They want to do something that they've not done in the past. This is shared hard work. Everybody sitting over here has just made it on their own. And what they would like to do if they had a choice is do something that nobody's done before.
Right.
And that's what we all aspire to do. The third part of it is that I'm very lucky. I get to work with people who desire to work with me. And they have a thought of what they can make me do. and this has been my career journey. I sit and wait for people to come, and then somebody comes with an idea. And this time that somebody was a friend of mine.
Right.
Aditya Datt. So when he made me understand what he wants to do, I was really excited. Since I started working on Crakk, I had no interest of reading scripts, going through anything, because this is what I wanted to do.
It means that actually. And also, plus, I get the ability to think like that because I know this.
Right. Yeah.
So when I think about something, and I'm like, I know he can do it.
He can pull it off, and yeah, exactly.
He can do it. He can actually do it.
Love that.
Like I would go and tell him that, like, there are so many things. Like in Commando, when I was like, you do 3 kicks at a time or 3 summers.
Right.
Can you do it? And he says, "Do tak to karo, practice karna padega."
You need time to do everything.
Of course.
Mind
And
conceives.
then he goes and he tap,
Right.
and it's just that.
What people don't realize is, and this goes for all of you, is that they say, oh, it looks so effortless. The amount of effort it takes to portray something effortlessly, be it your dance, be it your action, be it your acting, anything, that has years of rehearsals, practice, everything, hard work gone into it, right?
And then you need a platform to do this.
Of course.
Like I've been in the industry and I've never been able to cross a certain budget that my movie made. There's never been anybody who would have bet on a certain amount.
Right.
And you need to invest some money to get some excellence.
Of course.
Like if you need to cast an actor like Arjun Rampal, you need to spend some
Of course.
You need to up the game. So, but on another note, we found friends who believed in us. We found people who wanted to do this with us. And if you believe in it, it happens. So it's simply a belief system that has been working.